So, what was it like for you guys when you first came home?
We wasn't expecting to see what we seen. It was heartbreaking. When you walked in the door, all you saw was mud on everything. Everything had washed down, clothes all over this floor. Just mud everywhere. I never did think it could be repaired again. We have been together 51 this July, and we've lived here 31 years this month. In this household, we have 2 grandchildren that we're raising. That's Taya and Mateo, her brother. The rivers got up before, but nobody was expecting this. It was raining harder and I could hear the water getting up, and when we got into the driveway, the water was up to our ankles. When I drove through it, I could tell that the water was halfway up my tires. We drove around for hours and hours and hours dodging water. It was terrible. When I first saw the inside of the house and saw the mess around it, I figured it would have to be tore down. It was hopeless, and that's why that I guess I come back every day and just sit in the yard, because I had to be home. One day when I was sitting out in the yard, my brother would come down, and this particular day he just walked by me and said, "Remember Job." Yeah. And I took that and I hung on to it, and I said, if God can do that for Job, He's still the same God today. He can do it for me. And wow, did He ever.
Yeah, I don't know why our church is where it is, but I have no doubt that we're where we were supposed to be. And I feel like there are so many people with so many gifts in our church that it's almost like we're in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, it's been incredible to see the ways that it was as if the Lord just had kind of uniquely equipped our church to be able to respond in a way that I don't know many other churches could have. The very fact that our church is just filled with all of these builders, but also those who speak Spanish. And here we are surrounded by this Latino community all around us. In many ways, the Lord had already begun to kind of just open this path of friendship and fellowship where we can walk together in a really neat way. One day when we found out that the Hollifield family had been given the go-ahead to rebuild, that was one of the very first homes that our church community decided we're going to walk with them, we're going to come around them, and we want to make sure that they have a home. It is such a joy for us to walk with them and to say the Lord is with you and He's going to redeem all that was lost and make it even better than it was.
We worked on this for about 4.5 months, and it's just been amazing to see God bringing us people and resources. And not only He's brought people and resources, but He's brought them at the right time. The day I need help on drywall, we have drywall people show up. Heating and air company from Hickory shows up with donated materials and labor and does it for free, just because they care about our community.
I will tell you, there is no way we could have done a single bit of this work without all of those who chose to trust in us with their resources. They have given from California, Connecticut, Texas, Florida, and they've just given so freely. We've also seen the ways that these churches from around the country have just stood with us so wholeheartedly. Some of them have traveled so far, from as far away as Connecticut, to be with us. We really needed one another, and we've been so grateful to have had the help that we have. So far, we have done over 100 repairs in homes in Swannanoa and Black Mountain. We have served more than 9,000 meals at our community gatherings. And we also have been able to do this full and total restoration of a home that otherwise would have been lost. You just see the ways that God is inviting His people into something new, that He is doing this new thing as He provides for them, as He restores so much, and as He allows us to need one another and to walk with one another in a whole new and beautiful way. I think I also have been a little bit surprised at His provision and just how generous He can be and can give us this vision to not just help one family, but to be able to help hundreds. This is our neighborhood. We have been here for years and we will be here for a long time to come. I just find myself so grateful that God would have allowed me to have a new friend in this family in the midst of all of this.
I feel like God's treating me like Job, like He done Job. Far more in the end than what I had in the beginning, especially a dishwasher. It's a change that I'm going to have to get used to because I've always been a simple person. I enjoy life as long as I've got a roof over my head, food on my table, clothes on my back. I'm happy. And this is a mansion. It is. It surprised me that God would do this for us. I go around talking to God like he's just right there. I sat down at the table up there and I just look at the chair like he's sitting there, and I just sit there and carry on the conversation with him. I don't understand, God. Why do you love me this much that you would do this for me? If days can get happier than today, wow. I don't know where I can stand it or not.
Like I say, I'm a man of faith, and I know God can work just like he's worked on this home. He rebuilt it, he rebuilt me. And he's took care of me, he's took care of my family, but I'll tell you what, God has blessed us so much, but we get to come home today.
Yeah, we're coming home.
We're coming back home.
Coming home.
But there's another home that I'm looking to. It's okay if I say that, ain't it? It's another home that I'm looking for, and I know it's already prepared just like this one. I know the beauty of it is just as beautiful, if not more, than this place here. But this is a beautiful place, and I'm so glad to be a part of this. I'm so glad that I have brothers and sisters like y'all. I'm glad of that. See, I love the Lord today, and that's all I want to talk about is Him and His goodness, His grace. We can find peace in Him. We can have faith in Him. And as long as we look unto Him, everything's going to be all right, honey. It's going to be all right. I know that God's a moving. And I don't know what all to say. She's already said it all. But all I can do today is just say God. And that's the end of my conversation, is the Spirit of God is moving on these people, on you and on her. God's a moving. Ooh, I feel Him today. I feel Him.